Pre-flight stuff. I noticed that the vacuum hose from the front differential had a giant crack in it. So I got some fresh vacuum line and covered it in this heat webbing stuff. And I'm also doing the one to the transfer case as well, all the way back there, because this is just stuff you do before you go on a 9-hour road trip, and then 30 miles through, the Rubicon. All right. We need to go over everything that is in the back of the Jeep as it presently stands and decide what we are taking to the Rubicon and what we're not. Case in point, these metal shackles are fantastic for local recoveries. Don't mind them being in here, but they are not going with us to California. Okay, so here's kind of my everything out of the Jeep. And obviously I've left a bunch of stuff in here already. I've got my glass cleaner, my jumper cables. This is a little pile of spare parts. U-joints, some GoPro parts, other little things. Tire inflator, tire gauge. I probably don't need my chainsaw wrench. Bungee cords. These Bartech seats are really nice for kind of keeping everything organized. I definitely want both the fire extinguishers. I definitely want my shovel. I definitely want all my rings, because we've learned the really hard way that the best way to keep your winch alive is use rings. Use all of them. Use many of them. Use all your winch line. I've got 4 soft shackles, not a huge weight thing. I definitely want those. So this is what was in everything. That is a tent rain fly. It's pretty light. A rain jacket. We definitely need the morph weight. That is a table. That's a tarp. We have my lay on the ground, don't get dirty yoga mat from bed rug. Gloves, inverter, gear oil, emergency blanket, which I probably will also sleep with. Wrap of blue towels. This is a bottle jack. That's my tool bag. That is one recovery rope, or one strap. That is the tree ring. That is extra parts for the rugged radios. It's pretty light. It's really just the bags. And the smallest 3/4 inch rope that should be rated for about 4,000 to 5,000 pounds for this Jeep. It's probably on the small side, but it's just significantly smaller than my big rope. What I am not going to take out of there, I always carry a pair of ski pants, because you can always use those to sleep in if you need those in an emergency. The big tub of towels, my radio chest harness. There are 2 more straps. There's a 3-inch and another 2-inch. Extra first aid stuff. I'm going to bring my first aid kit in my bag, straps, and 3 cans of chili. All that's going to stay home, and that is what we've taken out. So now we need to go over camping equipment that we're going to put in. Alrighty, we are pulling up to the scales. I know that I weighed 4,400 without being loaded up.
There's 140 on the scale already.
Okay.
So it's that number minus 140.
So 30.
2280.
2280. Okay.
Or 60. 2460 plus 2180, because I forgot to subtract 1. 24 plus 21 is 4360, and 80. 4420.
That's what the Jeep weighed last time I checked. So that new bumper that I put on there basically equaled all our camping gear. So the weight delta between the old bumper and the new bumper is equal to our camping gear, because we're about the same weight. So that's really good. So we can splurge a little bit, I think, on a little bit of. Plus, we have 2 dogs in here. We consider Willow and Lady equivalent to our food. Not that we're going to eat them, but they're along for the ride because the cooler is empty. All right, back to the house?
Yeah.
All right, so we got the cooler loaded. It's not powered up yet, but I can open it. We can just squeak out the fire extinguisher. And we've got our stove, food box, water, sleeping gear, sleeping bags, all sorts of stuff underneath there, towels. I've got all my extra camera gear right here. And I think we are loaded up. And I think we're ready to go. What do you think?
Don't forget your adorable wife.
Yes, don't forget the adorable wife. Off to the Rubicon we go. Thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you on the trail. Made ready. We're playing guess the temperature. I'm thinking 98. What's Jessica think?
Yeah, it's hot. So we are driving down I-5 and we see this fun stuff, huh, babe?
Stuck in Sacramento traffic, and we found the one shady spot in the whole city. We're enjoying that because the rest of the traffic excursion is, Sacramento traffic. And this is the fun we get on our way to the Rubicon. More gas here, and well, we cut it a little close. 18.3 gallons in a 19-gallon tank. Glad we stopped here, don't you?
Yeah, that's
So 184.2.
184.2.
And we have 18.359 gallons.
10 miles per gallon.
Yeah. So getting about 10. I think we're really getting 11 because, again, I think I shorted this by 10 or 15 when I reset it the last time.
All right, we just filled up. Last gas station on Highway 50.
Looking a little bit more badass than ours. That always makes you nervous.
Well, right. What's on the outside doesn't necessarily reflect what's on the inside. The Jeep by its exterior. All right, here we go. thing says to keep going straight. So trailhead to the Rubicon. Look at all these trailers, guys. Lots of people bringing their fancy, not highway capable or legal vehicles.
Or maybe they just didn't want to drive 9 hours in the sun.
Yeah. And there's Loon Lake. Looning away. So we just found the trailhead. We'll come back to that tomorrow. And we're gonna go find a camp spot. It's frozen.
Well, I guess the good news is the refrigerator is somewhat working. And in other news, I ran by Harbor Freight and got a little solar panel to augment the battery, and promptly wired it up wrong and burned out the charge controller. So basically this thing will be along for the ride and of absolutely no use. Alright, so we think we found a campsite over there, but there's no place to park there. So we're here right now. I see garbage all over the place, and we're kind of waiting for everybody else to show up. So I'm gonna do the right thing and pick up some of this stuff. Picked up quite a bit. So, which pair of glasses do you think we ought to go with here?
I love the heart frame.
Yeah. So, finding all sorts of stuff here. I've almost filled up an entire trash bag at this point.
Oh my gosh.
And there's micro debris everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Little pieces of plastic. And I would not walk around here barefoot.
Definitely not walk around barefoot, that's for sure.
I just found more broken glass than Babe, guess what I found?
What'd you find?
The wilderness will provide. That is the one and last missing piece.
Oh, I don't know if it's gonna. Oh my gosh, no way.
Yep. And I found that in the campsite. And granted, it's the wrong color, but it actually fits better than the original. Well, technically we're not on the trail. That's why we haven't taken any pictures yet. All right. Let's see if I can look any possibly crazier here. What's that?
I'll hold it since I'm on the right.
Okay. Loon Lake.
This is where we are.
Okay. Well. Hold it still for long enough for me to talk. Hello from Loon Lake. This is the start of the Rubicon Trail. It is Thursday night. Tomorrow morning we're going to hit the trail with some good friends of ours from the Wrangler TJ forums. Chris and Chris. Not to be confusing. We don't,
There are two Chris's.
Two Chris's. So, beautiful night. We're going to enjoy it. It's absolutely gorgeous up here.
Mm-hmm.
Take much to find all sorts of stuff on a beach in this beautiful area. You can chop it. I just need it. All right. I was figuring that I was a little bit higher in pressure. I thought I was at 28, but I'm only at 26 and a half. All right.
And you didn't die.
And I did die. I can't do this one-handed. There. All right, it is morning. We were supposed to be headed to the Rubicon Trail this morning, here in a few hours. This is Chris.
Hi.
We may be rescuing the other Chris, because you've got the story.
Yeah. Hole in the fuel tank at midnight in Holly Pines.
Which we have questions.
Yeah.
So we're going back up to get cell phone service right up here to get some questions asked. Because when we last talked to him, it was like 6 o'clock yesterday.
And this is amazing because he messaged me after midnight via satellite, and I got his message this morning when I woke up.
So we're going to get the story. And we may be going on a rescue mission. Woo! Or we may be going on the trail. Or D, all of the above. Alright, well, we've got this lovely view this morning. This is where you can get cell phone service just above Loon Lake. And good cell phone service. And so we can tell the story of the other Chris, which is he was driving here. On his way here, his front passenger?
Stuck brake caliper.
Dragged into a stop.
Yeah.
So he roadkilled it into an AutoZone parking lot.
Yeah.
Changed the caliper, bled the brakes, kept going. Made it to Pollock Pines. Then his exhaust fell down into his fuel tank, melted a hole in the side of it, split it open. And at that point he was like, I'm done.
Yeah, it was very early in the morning, and I think his wife came and got him and he's home.
So he's not coming. So it is just the Mac and Chris and Jessica show, not the Mac, Chris, Jessica show. Onto the trail after breakfast. Coffee, sustenance.
Yes.
And yeah, we'll see you in a bit.
See you later.
Headed to the trailhead. We had a nice breakfast. We lost a Chris. We've got a Chris. Here we go. Gatekeeper ahead of us. Can we make it?
+1, -1, Chris.
Yes, exactly.
Here we are, driving across Loon Lake. Or the last little, I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna have a fun time.
I miss getting a shot of the Rubicon sign at the beginning. That was dumb. We'll get this one. Shot there.
There was nowhere to park, so we parked right there.
Yeah, see, this is where they filled in with rocks.
Yeah.
Got one behind us. axles.
But it's a Rubicon Jeep.
All the worse. Stock lockers
Yeah.
are really weak.
Are you just in for a low? You don't have blockers on?
I had my rear on for a little bit, but it was affecting my steering.
Yeah.
So I turned it off.
Your pumpkin on that rock. There you go. Pumpkin on the rock again. I don't know. There you go. Driver! Driver! There you go. Good. There you go. Woo! Your pumpkin's on that rock again. Yeah. Little passenger. There you go. Good. Good. Driver. Good. There you go. Whoop. Ooh, careful. You might want to put your driver side tire here on this rock. Good, good. Driver? Yeah, okay, that works. Thank you, Chris. Ooh, that was gatekeeper. Did you have fun?
That's the gatekeeper.
That's the gatekeeper. Just a few rocks. All right, onward ho.